How's it going, everybody? We got lots of information on the upcoming Green Goblin Classic Legendary event coming now. We have the traits that are needed for it. We already knew New Avengers, and we already knew Rebirth. That kind of sucks. But now we also know City Villain, Global Blaster, and Tech. And compliments of Quick Draw was linked to me, his Discord. He's got all the nodes data mined. With a lot of changes, I know ZKG, Zero Cool Gamer, also had a video out on this, but apparently some things were changed in a new data mine, so that's what we're going to be going by. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So now we're going to get a full picture of what to expect on Thursday. And of course, you can expect lots and lots of Green Goblin video events coming out from this channel. I hope you enjoy. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so here are the traits. They are in the blog, and below you're going to see on the node information. I have that data mine done. And we're just going to do a quick talk about difficulties 7 to 5. If you have your Rebirth built up and your New Avengers not built up at all, you should be fine. Difficulty 7 is going to be very squishy. If you built them up for Incursion, whatever difficulty you're on, 1.4, 1.5 million, you will soar through it. So if you just want to do that, I think the competitiveness of this trial is going to be greatly diminished based on the nodes I'm seeing and the traits that are being required. I think it's going to be a very tight leaderboard. Which has good and bad implications. It's good implications if you're trying to get like top 500. If you're trying to get a numerical ranking, it's going to help you out. If you're trying to get a percentage ranking, it's going to be tough. And I hope Scopely can figure out how to make their game not optically look bad. But I mean, they can't make their game just not be bad. So anyway, from difficulties 4 and up, we're going to have a super beginner guide. Now, you shouldn't be kind of gated by the traits here. You should probably going to be more gated just by having the right power of your characters. If you have Gear Tier 13 across the board, you should be fine there. So let's focus on difficulties 8 and above, going node by node and making our teams. So node 2, we got our Rebirth tag is needed, and we have Black Panther, Nakia, Black Panther, a million, Okoye, Shuri, and M'Baku. So we got like a full War Dogs team going on there, and that's gonna be a problem. Look, nothing fancy we're going to talk about here. We're going to be showing our Rebirth team. What else can we do? Nothing, right? Wave 2, Killmonger, Red Guardian, Yelena, Black Panther, Shuri, Captain Marvel. The only thing we can really play around with is going to be ISOs. I'm guessing we're definitely going to want Healer on Peggy Carter for this. Let's talk about positioning first. Let's go Winter Soldier, Age of Venom, US Agent, Peggy Carter, Captain America. Now, I currently have Peggy Carter as a healer. That's great. I might need to make Captain America a healer as well, because he's already going to have like a nice defense up and deflex from his team, so that minor defense up I don't think will do enough for him. I think the shields will get ripped off really quickly. With the Okoyes, he's bound to be losing his taunt anyway, so I think it's more important that he's going to be healing other characters. So I think we're better off putting him as a healer. So that's probably going to be a change that we make there. And right off the bat, we can kind of see that this trial is going to be gated by power extremely. Difficulty 8 might be what we top out at. Maybe difficulty 9, difficulty 10. Trying to get Rebirth to survive like the War Dogs. We'll see how that goes. Now, I've said that every time that I think it's going to stop at difficulty 9, and every time it goes to difficulty 10. So we'll see. But that looks pretty rough. All right, node 3. City Villain, we got Scarlet Spider, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 29, Spider-Punk, and Spider-Punk. So no Spider Weaver there, which is good. We do have 29, so we're going to survive, slow a defense down. Then we have Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 29, and then on the final node, Spider-Weaver, Black Cat, and Ghost Spider. I'm surprised Ghost Spider didn't make it further up the list to do more retaliates. The Black Cat, cool. Spider-Weaver at the very end. We'll just make sure that we're not leading into wave 3 with this second Spider-Man 2099 giving her speed bar. But also, man, if we're looking at our City Villain trait real quick, let me pull that up before I get the source up here. That's slim pickings. That's really slim pickings. So this is going to be our City Villains. Let's get these Rebirth guys out of here. And, I mean, obviously, the number one contenders I'm seeing are going to be our Sinister Six team. Because there is the War Trait Pact, that's kind of the no-brainer, right? Wow. You know what? I don't have Kraken unlocked here, but Kraven's going to make a big call here. But also Green Goblin. So normally these trials or Scourges, whatever you want to call them, they end up, their legendary character for that trial ends up being usable. And I think this is just like the most blatant version of it. I think Green Goblin is going to be coming in here. so that he can do speed bar manipulation, be that second superior 6 member. So we're going to have Doc Ock. He's a superior 6 member, right? To activate our other Sinister 6 members where they need 2 superior 6, if you have Kraken, great. If not, you're going to need to go in there, unlock Green Goblin, come back out, and then use him. I wish I could just put him in there, but here's what I envision the main team being. Doc Ock. Probably in the middle, yeah. Then Mysterio beside him. Mysterio has amazing war abilities, right? We're talking about blinds on everybody, disrupts on everybody, ability block for that Spider Weaver. Yeah, Mysterio's going to be making the cut. Vulture 100% needs to make the cut, specifically against this team. So he's going to be doing a bunch of speed stuff. There is a 2099, right? Who's going to spawn with speed up. And so Vulture's going to make great use out of that. Flip that. I think then he puts slow. He gives his entire team speed up. That's going to be a monster. And then it'll be Kraken if you have him built up with Green Goblin. That's going to leave us with a Black Cat team. We got some Underworld members that can maybe get some use here. Symbiotes will just get destroyed by this. There's no Hela to make them a gimmick. Really, there's only one team here. They might as well have just labeled this a Sinister 6 plus Black Cat node. I mean, I guess, yeah, no. Underworld might be able to go in there as a sack team. Maybe on the next City Villain node, we'll see. But this node right here, you're not going to need a sack team. You're just going to need Sinister 6. Another big shout out. Like, this is a Kraken trial for sure. But yeah, Kraken, Green Goblin. I think this will be the optimal 5-person team. If you have Swarm built up, you can try and slot him in there. He didn't get any kind of love with the Superior 6 team, so a lot of synergy will be lost. Electro will be really good here, except not a lot of buffs on this team, right? I'm not seeing a lot of buffs for her special to kind of chew into. Her ultimate defense down plus offense down. That could be nice. That could be nice. But I still think we're going to want the Doc Ock for sustain. We're going to want Green Goblin because of the damage and Terminator Rewind. This is probably going to be the optimal team for Node 3. Let's take a look over at Node 4 now. So Node 4 is going to be our Global Blaster node. This, I don't know, guys. I don't... Let me just set up the Global Blaster page right now. The website is being weird, so I have to do this manually or in real time. So Node 4 had an Icarus and a Circe in the first Atomine. Now, it looks like Icarus was removed. I hope to God that's true, because when we look at our characters, our available characters, it's rough. So we have Icarus, Circe, Minerva, Cull Obsidian, and Corvus Glaive. And then we're going to have Star of Annihilations jumping in there, ×2, Proxima Midnight, another Proxima Midnight, so that's lots of offense down, stuns, Terminator Rewinds, assisting that Corvus Glaive, got to be careful there. Ebony Maw, and then in the last wave, we got Silver Surfer, Thanos, and Corvus Glaive. So we definitely want the not all 5 individual Black Order members alive. We don't want a single Black Order member alive when Thanos comes. So if we can time it where they all die. Actually, what am I talking about? Because there's a Corvus Glaive, he's going to come empowered. So what do we want to make sure? We want to make sure there's no Proxima or Ebony Maw when Thanos comes in. Want to make sure we're killing them because Proxima gives speed up, Ebony Maw gives speed bar. We don't want that Thanos popping off right away, if that's the way it's going to work. I don't think we've ever experienced Black Order coming in different waves, so we'll see how that goes. Interesting to find out, though. But let's pull up our Global Blasters. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Our Global Blasters are not the greatest. I hope this trait gets, like, changed. I don't know. Let's make this a little bit bigger for a second. So we got Gambit. That's cool. We have Agent Venom, who's going to be used in a different trait. We have Sunfire. I guess he'd give offense up to Gambit. Archangel. So Archangel would be the only answer to the Eternal Speed, right? He would go first. He could peel the buffs off. That's cool. Yellow Jacket, percentile damage. Winter Soldier, again, he's kind of tied to Rebirth. Bionic Avengers plus Ultron, maybe? As you can see, like, it's slim pickings. I guess there's no, like, real war characters either. I mean, there's Yelena, there's Negasonic. They both kind of require their team. There's some power armor elements here. We got the Falcon, we got the Ironheart. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of thinking that we're going to be leaning into Ultron, getting his bots up and rolling with Archangel, hopefully getting a bunch of speed meter stuff going on. I also hope they've kind of minimized the stats on these characters. But if this Icarus was not actually removed and there's 2 Eternals in it, we obviously have to go in with a burn attack. We got to make sure we're hitting both of those characters. They're not at 100% life. pull their ults, and then go in, similar to the way we did Famine in back in the Rogue trial. That'll be tough. All right, so as far as our potential, I don't even know our potential teams. Holy crap. Ultron is going to have to make it. You know, Ultron gets ripped off of all the CC matches, including this season, so it's unfortunate that we might have to build him up for this. Archangel, of course, is going to get the nod. A lot of people have him built up. Same with Gambit. He's going to make the crew for sure. And then we need to start looking at, like, what kind of other synergies can we get here? So we got new warriors are getting the rebirth trait. That's the next generation Scourge. You can see on the top left. Not seeing that benefit for us here. We don't have a single new warrior that can benefit from Agent Venom or from Winter Soldier. We have Young Avengers benefiting from Heroes for Hire. That's to be used against us in Stage 10, as we'll see. We got Pegasus benefiting from New Avengers. So we do have Darkhawk. We do have... Do we have Iron Man Infinity War? I don't see him. I guess not. No, he's a protector, isn't he? Yikes! No. Alright, there's no synergy there. We got Hydra benefiting from Masters of Evil. No, we don't have that either. Okay, so our core is going to be Gambit, Ultron, Archangel, and then we probably got to go Phantom X and Firestar. Zik also corrected me. Iron Man Infinity War is a brawler. We're probably going to end up doing something like this with a couple of these guys being the healers. Big Spartan brings up a good point. We do have some villain tech synergy we can lean into. So we could have Yellow Jacket. If you built him up for Infestation, that could be interesting. Probably him over Sunfire. Yeah, I do mean Sunfire. So we're watching chat at the same time here. I'm thinking, yeah, I think his Sunfire just doesn't have... Oh my god, this trait is bad. And we need to do 2 nodes. Oh my god. So we need some healing in here. I mean, blasters don't have healing. Yellow Jacket's got a little bit of self-sustained. Yellow Jacket also has percentile damage. That could be useful to kind of bypass an Eternal's passive if we need to. There's no minions for him to jump off with his ultimate, at least not on this stage. This trait is bad. What, do they hate us? Do they just hate us? What's going on here? Yeah, so it's going to be... Ultron is going to be mega important here for sustain. I'm thinking we're probably going to have Ultron, Raider, Striker, Gambit, Raider, Archangel will be a Striker for sure. Phantom X Healer, maybe? I don't think Yellow Jacket's going to be the right call here because of how squishy he is. I think it's going to be Sunfire, Phantom X. We might have to build our Phantom X up a lot more. Yeah, I think this is the best we could do, guys. We're probably going to be looking at subbing in maybe a couple burn attacks here. Maybe we can try and get OG Falcon to get his special off for some sort of like burst attack. He'll die, but then we can, you know, go into the next node more healthy. Possibly, because the enemy team will kill him immediately. Okay. The sustain is going to be an issue for sure. There's no good answer here. There's no good answer here. So this is going to be my main team to start off with for sure. I'm going to be keeping an eye on using Yellow Jacket, Elsa, and OG Falcon. As far as the other characters go, like Darkhawk, if he had more stars, could be interesting. Deathlock with Iron Man could be interesting as well. We could do like an old Power Armor, like Power Armor 2.0, a real one. We could do Iron Man, Deathlock, Falcon, Ironheart, OG, and War Machine. If we really just want to let our characters die, we could do that. Yeah, no great answers to that, but I think this is probably going to be the best we could do. We're going to need to, hopefully the Icarus was removed. We need to survive, get our bots going, and get momentum, and never give up the momentum. And yeah, we're going to keep a close eye on Yellow Jacket percentile damage. Plus, if we can line up Ultron ulting somebody nearly to death and the Yellow Jacket tapping it in, and then he'll pop off extra, that could be cool. Oh, all right. Well, I'm kind of feeling sick after looking at it. You know what? I don't feel sick because that's kind of cool, because that's going to be a nice puzzle to solve. That's going to be fun. All right, node 5, the text section. So we got Cyclops, Dazzler, Colossus, Kitty Pryde, Wolverine, Beast, Deadpool, Shatterstar, Longshot. I like this. This is going to be probably an easier section because our tech tag is not nothing. So let's look at our tech tag real quick. We got Kang. The Colossus, there's 2 Colossuses, I guess. But we got Kang and we have Kestrel. We have Doom. Oh, this section is going to be a lot easier. We also have a bunch of Sinister Six members, right? We'll have Green Goblin. We could just use this as a second Sinister Six with Kang, maybe. So we can go Mysterio, Vulture, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Kang, or maybe we don't want to use Green Goblin. Maybe instead we just want to use Kestrel and Kang. And we could use Vulture, Mysterio, Doc Ock. Actually, no, we do need one more Superior Six. So it will be Green Goblin. Probably throw in Kang or Kestrel on that one. My guess would be Kestrel would be more impactful. That's definitely a much easier section to play around with, though. So let's go ahead and remove these guys. Let's talk about position and ISO 8s for this. And what I would probably end up doing is I, again, would have Doc Ock in the middle because he's just going to be wrecking it. We also have full Pegasus. Oh, we do have full Pegasus, don't we? And is this the location where we can start messing around with things? Who else is tech? We got Coulson as tech. That could be kind of cool to play into, but we're going to use him on a different node. Ronan is skill, so there's no synergy there. We have Hydra getting the Masters of Evil trait. Is that for us here, or is that for the enemy later? Hydra members? Not really. Like, minions? What? Why are these... Some of these packs they make no sense to me. Maybe they're for another date. But I think Doc Ock will make this because he's going to be super sustainy. He's going to have some buff flips. He's going to have his minions. His cooldowns are low. So that's going to make it easy to carry over. We'll probably end up throwing Ultron in if we need to build up his cooldowns. But if we don't need to build up his cooldowns, we get through that last node really easily. We'll just stay here. Yeah, I don't know. It would just be Green Goblin, Vulture with Kestrel. And that would be it. We'd call it a day. And if we needed a secondary team, because this node looks really easy. I don't think this node, we're going to walk over this node on all difficulties. It doesn't matter at all. All right? Cyclops, Dazzler, Colossus. There's no threats here. And even Deathpool, Deadpool. That's a meme node. This is an easy node. Shatterstar, Longshot at the end, but they're going to come in with no turn bar, and we're going to annihilate them. So we have a Doom comp here. We have Pegasus here. We have Sinister Six that are probably going to be used if we need to build up extra cooldowns. We have lots of options for tech. I'm not worried about this particular tech node at all. Let's see what the next tech node looks like, though. All right, that's going to lead us into Stage 6, our new Avengers stage. So Stage 6 is going to have Ant-Man, Spider-Man, big time, Yellow Jacket. Does that count as 4? That definitely does, right? So Spider-Man Big Time's passive is in play. That's going to be rough, but we do know that the new Avengers do beat Infestation. At least they do when there's one Spider-Man Big Time. I'm interested to see when there's 2 Spider-Man Big Times in there, how that's going to go, because we can only stun 1, right? Because that's how it works, is you're able to stun using your thing. Well, let's pull our team up. Now, obviously, we don't have a lot of options here to play around with, but let's talk about ISOs real quick. We're probably going to do Ronan in the middle with Coulson, Thing, Mockingbird, Tigra. But here's the thing. We have too many strikers, not enough raiders. We only have the 1 raider. We'll probably make Tigra a raider. Ugh, she's level 5, though. I personally might just make Thing a raider, but Tigra doing the multi-hits on her special and her ultimate will lead you to more vulnerables. She'll lose out on bleed damage from Striker. Coulson for sure raider. Ronan for sure striker. Mockingbird can make a good raider, but I do think she's going to need that healing for this particular event, so I'm going to keep her as a healer for sure. Yeah, I'm going to swap Thing over to a raider. So I'm going to have Tigra striker, Thing raider, Ronan striker, Coulson raider, Mockingbird healer. And I think you can make the decision for yourself between Tigra and Thing, who's going to be a raider, who's going to be a striker. if you have a big Tigra, lean towards keeping her as a striker, because those bleeds are going to absolutely truck. Now, I already have it at ISO 5, which is the only reason I'm not going to trade it up. But let's look at the node real quick. So we got Ant-Man, Spider-Man big time, Yellow Jacket. This looks really rough. Hold on, I just want to pull out an additional page real quick. And I just want to go check out Spider-Man big time's, his passive here. Let's go characters, Spider-Man big time. Let me throw that back in the window so you guys can see it too. Let's go down to his passive. So, on war defense, all speed bar generated by any controller enemy is reduced. That doesn't affect us because we get speed stat. On war defense, if this character has 4 or more infestation, gain charge. This can only occur once per war. Okay, the problem with this is that we can't do a burn attack. You can't do a burn attack when you only have one available team, right? So we can't lean into the only one part. They both will have 4 or more infestation allies. So how can we actually stop both of them? I guess we're gonna see how the speed bar plays out. When we're hitting both of them, things should be able to stun one, and hopefully Ronan can stun the other, which means we're looking at prepping Ronan. We're gonna be looking at prepping Ronan on stage 1, I believe, getting his stun ready. Because I'm not mistaken, his stun is a turn 2. Let me check Ronan real quick. He came out last patch. Feels like these characters are just flying at us. There's Ronan. Here is his special as turn 2, and this is the stun. Okay, so we're looking at prepping Ronan on stage 1 right now for this initial New Avengers node. At least that's where my head is currently at. All right, not surprising that we're going to need to do a little bit of shenanigans to get through this. That adds to the fun. Once we get control, I think we never relinquish control. Once we control both big-time Spider-Mans, I think they will just start bleeding out like crazy. 3 swarms is a little bit of an eyesore, but we will turn meter rewind them to death. I think we'll be okay. I think this is going to be okay as long as you have a decently built-up New Avengers. Mechanically, I think we're good there. Stage 7, we're back to City Villain. We got Morgan Le Fay, Strange Supreme, Strafe, Dark Beast, Archangel, Nemesis, Psylocke, who was added, Magneto, Rogue, Silver Samurai, Lady Deathstrike, and Apocalypse. Well, okay. Okay, tell me that you're not unofficially making Sinister Six the 3rd required team while making Sinister Six the 3rd required team, right? Are we crazy? No, wait, are they crazy? What? I can't believe they're doing this. This is them simply making Sinister Six the 3rd required team. If you thought you were going to be able to skip out on the war characters for Sinister Six, then you didn't understand that you were not going to get Green Goblin. This is the most Kraken crazy event ever. I think Jutsi had said it earlier. If you don't want to build your Sinister Six, you might want to just do the highest difficulty and do 6 out of the 10 nodes. This is kind of asinine, guys. So this will be the same team as before. We're definitely going to use our Doc Ock here, and then we need Vulture for sure. We're going to need Mysterio for a lot of controlling effects. Green Goblin, yeah, we might need Black Cat for this one. We might need to save Black Cat and save her special for Apocalypse. The problem is this Apocalypse empowered or not? Is Apocalypse going to be empowered or not? If he's empowered, even if he's not, it's going to be a problem, isn't it? Yeah, Baka, if you could check if he's going to start empowered or not, that'd be great. Regardless, though, if he comes in and he's not empowered, he still gets immunity, right? Or, oh, does Kraven stop him from getting immunity? Or it's Mysterio prevents the immunity. Oh, Mysterio is a must here. Mysterio stops the immunity. Oh no. So you have to use Mysterio. You need the 2 Superior 6, and then you need Black Cat to stun the Apocalypse with trauma. Or you can try slowing him. I guess you could slow ability block with our Sinister Six members still. Okay, Mysterio is a necessity here, guys. Otherwise, you're going to have to do the most wonky timed attacks ever to pull up to that Apocalypse with you having maximum speed bar and him not, then you probably still die, or at least a couple of your guys die, which I guess is fine because it's Node 7. Oh, wow. Wow. Node 7, Nightmare Fuel. Holy crap. Why did they do this? This isn't fun. All right, let's... And, like, we're talking about Apocalypse right now, but there's still a Morgan Le Fay, 2 Supremes, a Strife, a Dark Beast, so there's Death Seed. There's a little bit of Weapon X in here. There's Darkhold. This is crazy, all right? Baka's telling us that it looks like the Apocalypse isn't overpowered. Holy. That's kind of bonkers, guys. I don't know what to say. This trial is going to be really fascinating. It's going to be really difficult. I don't know how many people are going to care enough to do it, though. Because there's difficult and there's over-the-top difficult, right? And not even difficult, just over-the-top build requirement. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I don't think I'm going to push top 50. I don't think it's worth it. Not with DPCs being a little bit more available. I might just do top 500 guides and say top 50, you know, get away from me. All right, we got the Global Blaster on Node 8 now. We got Absorbing Man. Okay, so it is them benefiting from it? I guess we'll find out. Absorbing Man, Winter Soldier, Moonstone. 2 Absorbing Mans, 2 Winter Soldiers, 2 Crossbones, Zemo, 2 Titania, a Red Skull, and a Kang. All right, so there's that synergy, right? It's Red Skull mixed with the Masters of Evil. So Science Bros is not for us. Science Bros is meant for the enemy nodes. There's also the Zemo in there as well. This is Global Blaster. Oh my god. Not Global Blaster. This is... Okay, so the team is going to be basically the same thing. We're going to be relying on Ultron. So Ultron can one-shot, right? He does Unrevivable. Which is kind of... Is that even necessary here? Am I just going crazy? There's so much going on with this node. It'll be basically the same team. This is going to be super tough to see if you can even get in there sustained enough to be able to do anything. And his permakill might be CC only? Okay, irregardless, there's nothing here that really revives, right? Because Red Skull, he only loses, or he only gets the charges for minions or something like that. There's no minions here. So guys, just in case you guys are wondering, you cannot use minions on this node, okay? Zemo will give dodges. If you guys forgot how Zemo works in war, when minions take a turn, he puts dodges on everybody adjacent to him or some such nonsense. So if you were really hoping your Hydra Scientist was going to heal your team for the win, get that thought out of your head. What nightmare fuel is this nonsense? Holy! Alright, at least the damage coming from the first wave isn't great. The damage on wave 2, like, you gotta get in there. Your Ultron needs to be ready to rock and roll, or your Archangel needs to be ready to rock and roll. You gotta kill that Zemo before he gets a turn. Because if Zemo comes in, takes a passive, kills all your bots, gets rid of all your buffs, you're gonna have a really hard time. And then for Kang Red Skull, we gotta see when these waves drop in. Yeah, we gotta see when these waves are dropping in. This is gonna be fun. When I say fun, I mean nightmarish. But, you know, some psychopaths like having nightmares, myself included. Okay, let's move on to Node 9. I don't even want to think about Global Blaster. That's the team, guys. That's the team. Yikes. All right, tech. We're going to have Iron Man, Hulkbuster, Iron Man, Deathlock, She-Hulk, Brawn. So no Red Hulk until wave 2. We got Vision, Viv Vision, Red Hulk, Deathlock, Hulk, another Red Hulk. God damn it, man. They made the Gamma team to be used against us as well, didn't they? Lucky for us, we do have a ball and tech section. Now, this is going to be, if the Krakens want my opinion on this, the people pushing top 50, this is going to be what separates players, okay? It's going to be how you can get through the city villain section while keeping your Sinister Six members alive. You're going to need your Sinister Six members alive and ready to help deal with that pesky Red Hulk combination that's going to be thrown at you over and over and over again. We're probably going to do it because we like to hurt ourselves and have fun. Yeah, 2 Red Hulks. And 1 Red Hulk drops in with the Hulk, which means he's going to get the safeguard immunity, right? So you can't even control him. You're going to have to... Well, no. Again, Mysterio. Again, we need Mysterio to drop that immunity so he can't get it. And then we're able to control him from there. Holy shit, Mysterio is going to be the MVP of the trial. If you haven't built up your Mysterio, y'all better get going. If you want to be competitive, y'all got to get going. But I think a lot of people are just not going to care. I think a lot of people are just not going to care. And yeah, you're going to need to build up Green Goblin for this. So the first step, if you're trying to push this Scourge, the first step is to get in, get your 3 yellow star, and go from there. Rhino prevents charges, but Rhino is a bio character. This is a tech section. So yeah, we can't use Rhino here either. It's going to be Mysterio. Mysterio is going to be the one. I think we're looking at a very similar team. It's going to be Doc Ock, Vulture, Mysterio, probably Kang with Green Goblin, because Green Goblin, he's going to be needed all over the place. Getting Green Goblin to survive 4 nodes, that's going to be interesting. But with the Doc Ock, maybe not impossible. I'm kind of super excited to play this. This is going to be a lot of fun for me. It'd be a lot of fun for me. All right, Note 10. Colleen Wing, Luke Cage, Squirrel Girl, Luke Cage, Misty Knight, Shang-Chi, Moondragon, Miles, American Chavez, Kate Bishop. Okay, so Jesus Christ. All right. Next generation. Young Avengers meet Heroes for Hire. This is on the defensive side. So our Young Avengers are going to have charges? Or no? Because that's part of the Heroes for Hire kit. It's not Heroes for Hire members get X charges. Okay. But every single time a Young Avenger takes a turn, Colleen Wing will attack. They're going to get all the buffs. So you're still going to need to kill the Hero for Hire members, right? Because there's 2 Luke Cages, there's a Misty Knight, and a Colleen Wing with a Shang-Chi. You're still going to need to bleed them of their charges as quickly as possible to get them off the field. Because if you leave Shang-Chi up, it's a wrap. His healing, his everything is going to be nuts. There's a Squirrel Girl with Shang-Chi with 2 Moondragons. What the... And because it's war, you can't do a burn attack. They'll just get all their energy back. No way. Is that right? Will they get all their energy back? Wow. Krakens. Yo, you better have a big New Avengers. Like, New Avengers are an amazing team, and they should probably crush this if you have them built up enough, but I could see this being nightmare fuel. Where's the Echo? Echo's all the way in the last wave. Okay, so we're not getting retaliated from that, at least, until the very end. There's another Shang-Chi down there. There's only 1 Squirrel Girl. All right, so the wave 1, there's lots of annoying healing. You definitely don't have enough ability blocks. You got to be able to nuke somebody. Maybe you do have to sit there and just eat the Shang-Chi damage for a while. Or you got to get enough rewinds on them. Get enough rewinds on them with your Mockingbird. You got to come in here loaded with cooldowns. You got to come into Node 10 loaded with your cooldowns. So do not leave Node 6 in a bad state. Don't leave Node 6 in a bad state, all right? Get to Node 10 with your cooldowns up, and that's maybe how you can prosper. I guess we can pull this up if you want. It's just going to be our New Avengers. There's no world where we sub in any Rebirth members here. It's literally just going to be New Avengers. I'll do it to round up the video. Guys, what do you think about this Green Goblin event? I'm kind of excited because of how difficult it looks. We have been asking for difficult PvE content. I didn't think they would do it in such a way that gates people from even playing it or wanting to play it. I figured like Tower would be difficult instead of us just crushing Tower. But hey, I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. As always, stay happy, healthy, have fun. Look forward to a bunch of Scourge videos. Who knows? Maybe even one will come out tomorrow, and then we'll be doing it live on Twitch and on YouTube. Come join the fun, and have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.